Alright, so we are at another restaurant and we're already starting to pull some really heavy grease and dirt off the carpet. It's going to be noisy here for a second. CDB booster. So we're going to clean all of this. I mean, this is what kind of like what it looks like. That's really dirty over there. We're going to clean all that carpet. And this LVT, this is plank LVT, and you'll notice over time that it'll shrink a little bit, and you'll see the little gaps form. But this is a textured LVT. And the problem with it is when they mop, it just fills the grooves in. So all the dirt stays stuck in those grooves. And then we got Rachel. She's crushing it. And then, yeah, so I don't know how much you sprayed, Rach.
I sprayed clear down to
okay. So let's watch her do her thing for a minute. We got the diesel heater running because we're just running the Rage. So we got the heater all the way up. We're actually cleaning about 800 PSI because it's so dirty. There's no padding under this. This is in a restaurant. And of course we drive past everything. But look at that line. That's crazy. That's a year's worth of grease. I mean, it's bad. So what we're doing, we have the vacuum booster. We don't technically need it for all the hose we're running, which is 150 feet. But we're using it for the automatic pump out so that all this nastiness doesn't go into my truck. It's easier to clean out that little plastic tank than it is this. Than it is the truck mount tank. So what we'll do is we'll do all of it, and then whatever looks dull or whatever, the last restaurant we had to do some of the high traffic twice. And you can just see how gray it is to the middle here. It's not supposed to be gray at all. You can see it's still dirty over here, but bad over there. So we're going to do all the carpet first. We're going to do all the carpet, and then we're going to do the tile bathrooms, which it's hard to show you because they have black grout anyways, but I assure you they're very dirty. And then once the bathrooms are done, then we're going to hit this VCT, sorry, not VCT, LVT, which you see here. And what we're going to do there is we're actually going to turn the heat down on the burner. So we just maintain like a 200 plus degrees, probably 200 degrees ish. And we're going to use a spinner at probably around 900 PSI. But I'm going to pre-spray this with Grunge Gone that has some citrus solve in it. And we've used it here before, we've tested it. It does not affect this floor. The heat does not affect this floor. And I advise you guys, if you guys are doing LVT and you need to use a spinner on it, to make sure of two things. One, you don't use too much heat and damage the floor. Two, if it has a coating on it, make sure that whatever you're using either strips it completely or doesn't harm it at all. Because if you leave it all blotchy, the client's going to be really mad. I guess the third part would be, if you're doing LVT, you know, this is commercial, this is on concrete, so there's no chance of water going underneath this, and this LVT is 100% waterproof vinyl. There's all kinds of different grades, guys. Make sure you're cleaning it how they want it cleaned. So if you clean like some LVT stuff and it ends up being Pergo, you're going to ruin it. It'll disintegrate before your eyes, and you're going to end up buying them a new floor. So do your homework, find out what they put down, find out what it'll handle, do a test spot, all that fun stuff. I've been cleaning this place for about 10 years. So I know what I'm doing as far as all this goes, but just word of caution, make sure you guys are doing your homework before you decide to just throw a spinner on and do the LVT. I don't want to see any of you guys ruin LVT. And don't be afraid of it, but make sure if you're using a lot of water or heat, make sure it's 100% vinyl, and make sure you can do a demo spot and make sure there's no adverse reactions with your product, your cleaning product, your heat, or the pressure from the machine. So yeah, and everybody's left now, so I don't have to wear my mask. Pennsylvania is in occupied areas only. So yeah, so either way, we're gonna clean up this greasy mess here and then kind of go from there. I did just get really good news that the restaurant, well, you can't quite see it, but it's right over there, that we used to service. We dropped them as a client because they quit paying their bills. What I just got told is the owner that owns this now owns that too. So hopefully that gets us some more work. That would be really nice. But I'm sure they're going to remodel over there and do some other stuff. And then we do a movie theater that's, you can't see it here, but there's a movie theater up on this end that we usually do. I think once things go back to normal, we'll probably get that back, but who knows. So, alright, I hope you guys are having a good one. I know this video is kind of late and a lot of you guys have probably gone to bed already, so we'll probably see it tomorrow for you guys. But yeah, if you guys have any questions on any of this stuff, feel free to call me. But the chemicals I'm using, okay, I'm using Grunge Gone Carpet Pre-Spray with Citrusol as the booster, and I'm using that for everything here. I'm using it for the LVT, I'm using it for the carpet, and I'm going to use it on the tile. I'm only going to use stronger stuff on the tile if I need to, but you would not believe how well Grunge Gone works on grease. A lot of times when I use it on tile, like these are tile walls, tile floors, you don't want to get any of this stuff on hardwood floor, real hardwood floor, or waxed hardwood floor. But it works really good at breaking the grease up. So yeah, sometimes I'll use it 1 to 4 on greasy tile and let it sit for like 25-30 minutes. So when we get done cleaning the carpet and we're kind of switching the gear around, we'll spray the bathrooms. There's one over here and one over there. We'll spray those bathrooms and give them lots of dwell time, and then we'll go in and clean them. And then if it's really bad, we'll clean the other one. We'll get done with one, spray it again, go clean the other one, and then come back and do them twice if we have to. The other part is we use the pressure gun. So on my Hydro Forces, I switched over the gun. Here, I'll show you. I switch over the gun connection. Here, this typically wears out. I switched it over so now it's a quick connect. If I can get it apart one-handed. So I made it a quick connect on there so that now I can hook this right to the end of the solution line, and I can use it kind of like a pressure washer. And in the bathrooms, because they're tile, 100% tile clear up to the wall, I can rinse all the filth off by underneath the hand dryers and underneath the soap and around the toilets and along the edges of the wall. So I don't, in those, because they're 100% tile floor and wall, I don't have to worry about the water going underneath the wall, but I can get along the edges and kind of get everything all cleaned up without going crazy with some special tool for an hour. I can do it all in 5 minutes with a gun. And why I switched this is because the original connection here for pressure washing, it fails so quick. So I just switch them over, and it makes life a lot easier. So yeah. Well, if you guys got any questions, let me know. Thanks for tuning in right when I'm doing this, Rob and Jimmy and Sean. Hope you guys are having a good one. We've been out all day. We got an emergency water extraction, and well, not right before this, but we got done about 5 o'clock. Got back to the shop around 6. And so we took a little break and then we came here, but I only slept about 45 minutes. But I'm only 5 minutes from home, which is nice. So yeah, so today was a busy day. So All right, I hope you guys have a good one, and I shall see you soon. I'll try to make a video on especially the LVT as we do it. So stay tuned for another one.